Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sports. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Salt Lake City as the Jazz go up against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, they're slogging through 4 straight losses coming into tonight's game, looking for answers, looking for a win to get them on track. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency, see if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the off-season training and all the nutrition and things, guys are more athletic. I don't know if they're better players, but they're much more athletic. And already we've seen some jaw-dropping highlights.
More athletic than when you played?
Without question, but they're not better players, not better skilled players, but they definitely – it's like you think about this. In archery, do you have to be athletic?
I don't know. Ask Shaq. He's the archer.
And when you do your archery, do you have to be athletic?
Yes, because I shoot with my toes.
Well, there it is. End of my point.
I'm glad that you asked Shaq. Whatever.
I do.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Nuggets come into town for this one. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And Moutier is out with the injury. He'll be missed.
Well, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of his injury. We only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Gobert. Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Exum, he's checked in for Alec Burks. And Freak subbed in for Trey Burke. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Gallinari comes in for Wilson Chandler. So on the floor for Denver. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Nelson is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nurkic in at the center position.
He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Jazz trail by 3. There's the dish to Booker. Knocked loose. Here's Barton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. It's hauled in by Lyles.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock him in.
Hayward, right side. And Nelson gets it to go. Nelson's got his first basket of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Now the feed to Gallinari. Nurkic setting the pick for Gallinari. They get it again. Moves back up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. And the Nuggets with some changes. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Kenneth Fareed. And Nick Johnson subbed in for Will Barton. Freak kicks to Booker. Feeds it to Exum. Pass to Freak. 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Utah shooting their first free throws of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Laverne, he's checked in for Nurkic. Hickson sets the screen for Nelson. Passes to Hickson. Back to Nelson. Off the screen. Utah with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And and the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
The Jazz making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Nelson dishes to Gallinari. Back to Nelson. And a missed layup.
I mean, come on. You don't see misses like that. I mean, that's grade school.
Freak passes to Lyles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum kicks to Anderson. Passes it to Booker. Clock at 6. Here's Exum. And that one's good.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And consider how Denver is doing. Guys, what are your thoughts?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
Ends up going with the new group. Here's Nelson. Exum and Hayward filling at the 2 and the 3. Trevor Booker is out there with Lyles. And it's Freak in at the 1. That's the group right now for Utah. Gallinari against Hayward. Goes up at the stripe. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Down low. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Hayward. And that's now 6 points for Freak. The pass to Gallinari. Here's Jokic. Screen by Nurkic. Nelson, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Jazz leading by 5. Freak passes to Lyles. Deflects the pass. He feeds it to Freak. Pass to Lyles. 6 on the shot clock. Hayward dishes to Freak. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now a 7-point Utah lead.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
1:10 left in the second quarter. Pass to Lyles. Hayward kicks to Freak, passes it to Lyles, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
And now we've got a moment to see how the Jazz are doing ranking-wise, Kevin. First in fewest turnovers a game. First in opponent points per game. Contesting shots, though, not something they do well. Only top 20 in the league in opponent field goal percentage.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you. And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And Hayward gets it to go.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Barton kicks to Nurkic, and stolen by Booker. And here's Exum. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And there's the pass to Lyles. He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Jazz lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Jordan.
Well, Jameer, as you come out after the halftime, what do you think is going to be the most important thing for the team to do?
We have to continue to get stops and offensively take care of the ball. Myself in particular, careless turnovers shouldn't happen, and you know it's part of the game. But I just have to value the ball a little more.
Jameer, thank you. Always thinking like a point guard, guys.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly. Second half about to start up and begin any moment.
A lot of action for Freak. He's got 10 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Lyles checked in for Rudy Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Exum, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Freak subbed in for Trey Burke. And then for Denver, J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Wilkins. Laverne comes in for Kenneth Fareed. And it's Gallinari in for Barton. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Laverne is out there with Hickson. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then it's Nelson. And it's Gallinari in at the shooting guard position.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here's Hickson. Not a lot of room. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. Gallinari, 4th.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
It would be nice to find a steals chart to see where they're getting all their pilfers from. These are small forwards, though, who play 94 feet of defense.
And both free throws good from Freak. 1:53 left to play in the third. Nelson kicks to Hickson. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Now, Exum. Here's Booker. J.J. Hickson grabs the rebound. We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Nurkic in the post, working on Booker, and Nurkic gets it to go.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Exum passes to Burks. He dishes it to Booker. On the money from 12 feet away. And the Jazz lead by 17.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. For Denver, they have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
Exum dishes to Freak. There's Lyles. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the line for him here. And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. The Nuggets trail by 16. Dishes it to Gallinari. Makes it off the glass. Gallinari's got 5 now.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Freak kicks to Booker. Nelson with the steal.
All right.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you know. Going with an almost entirely new group here. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Rudy Gobert. Lyle comes in for Derek Favors. Burks, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And Freak subbed in for Trey Burke. Freak in at point guard. Lyles out there with Alec Burks. Then there's Trevor Booker. And it's Henderson in at the 2 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. It's deflected.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Jazz.
They made more foul shots, and that was the difference.
And that was a huge advantage. The free throw game, always a significant barometer in terms of who wins and loses.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And this victory tonight will even up the season series 1-1. Consider it repayment for the last time these two teams met. They get their revenge here with 2 more left to play on the year against the Nuggets.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Hayward. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Will Barton comes in for Kenneth Faried. And Nick Johnson subbed in for Wilkins. Freak passes to Lyles. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Johnson the screen. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew. thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Gordon Hayward. He delivered quite a star performance. Not uncommon, as we've seen him have this sort of terrific night many times.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-5. That is a great percentage.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.